So this is video number 7 in this series on robustness. Just a reminder of what we're looking at. So it's all about the controlled assessment report and section 3, the programming technique strand, and we're aiming to learn how to write about a solution that has been made robust by using techniques such as input, validation, assertions, and error handling, which is what we're going to look at today. So specifically we're looking at integers in this video. I'm going to teach you a new string method called isdigit, and also these kind of exception handling keywords, try and except. So the program I'm going to be referring to in this video is this one. So it's just a little kind of binary quiz game where the program is on a main loop, and what it's doing is generating a denary number, converting it to binary, expecting the user to kind of convert between the number bases and type their answer in. So it looks like this. It tells them if they got it right or wrong. But I want you to imagine if for some reason the user didn't understand how to use this program, and they wanted to, for some reason they thought you had to type in the answers like this as the word. Watch what the program does. So at this point, this is way worse than some of those errors we've met before that were more kind of logic errors. It just kind of didn't work how we wanted it to work. In the last video and the one before, it was kind of they answered the question correctly, but then the program just thought that their answer was wrong because of additional characters or white space. But this is even worse. This is actually throwing a runtime error, and it's causing the program to crash. So this is especially the error, the kind of error that you really want to avoid by implementing robust programming. And the issue lies with the int function here. So I'm using int to convert the user's answer into an integer so it can be compared with the denary variable. So it's this point that kind of throws the error. So this is where it would make sense. Well, one method of doing this is to kind of throw in this keyword try. And what try does is it tries to run a line of code that could possibly cause a crash. Okay, so it's often used in conjunction with a while loop. So I'm going to put it in one in a second. So the other thing that goes in with it is except, and you have to specify what type of error has been thrown. So you can see in the shell that this one was a value error. It's an issue with the thing that went in int's bracket, so int's argument, because it was couldn't be cast into an integer. That's what caused the program to crash. So then inside the indented part of the except statement, this is what you want to happen if that has been a problem. So if this line of code causes the program to crash, then what it will do is it will jump to here. If it doesn't, it continues here, and then this is when I carry on running for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an error message here. So I'm going to say please enter with numbers only. So remember, these error messages should always try and help the user, and shouldn't use any technical jargon like integer. Those words are only for the programmer to know. And I'm also going to use a while loop. So I'm going to say I'm going to start valid to false and say while not valid, and I'm going to try. Now I'm going to say that my loop can end if the code gets to this point. So if the int function has been called successfully, then valid gets set to true. And the other thing I need to do is make sure they have a chance to re-enter. So I'm going to say answer equals input. And I'm hoping now when I run this program I should see that I've fixed that problem. So 1 in denary is 1, 11 in denary is 1, so 113. So now when I write in the word 3, what happens is that I get this error message come up, and then until I put in something that's okay, the program will keep repeating this error message to me. So once I type in 3, it then proceeds to the next question. So that's one method of doing that, but I'm just going to backtrack a bit and show you something that's slightly a bit more kind of pythonic. So if you're kind of running these exception handling statements, they should only really be necessary if there's no other alternative. And Python has quite a lot of kind of built-in functionality to do this without exception handling. So I'm going to show you how to use this string method isdigit. What isdigit does is it checks all of the characters in a string, and it will return true if they are all numbers, or it will return false if it finds any character that isn't a number. So what we can do is we can say while answer, or we can say while not answer isdigit, and then simply put the error message here, so answer equals input, these enter numbers only. So you can see this is a little bit more concise, and as I say, it's a kind of a bit more, what's the word, elegant, and a bit more kind of stylistically Python. And if we run it, we should find that it has the same results. Try again, so 3, good. So we've got the same thing again, but with less code, and this is perhaps something that's slightly more appropriate to the language that we're using. Okay, so what this video was about was integers, especially when the user has to type in a number to the program, and how we can use the string method .isdigit, or we can try and accept a value error if necessary.